Now let's talk about you a little bit as far as your transformation and the change that you saw in yourself. How
Mhm.
would you say becoming a certified coach empowered you to have greater confidence, clarity, or skill?
I think all three, honestly.
All three.
Um,
Okay.
the confidence, again, just the confidence and clarity is centered around questioning, for me. Um, a lot of times I find myself before the class, like I want to ask questions, but I'm searching for the right words. I'm trying to be politically correct, if you will, right? Um, but it's not about finding the right words.
Mhm.
It's how do you phrase the question, no matter what the words are,
Yeah.
right? Again,
Mhm.
you're not gonna ask anything off kilter, off key, like
Sure.
crazy. But at the same time, it's not about searching for the right words. In other environments, I had to be. And I think I kind of carried that with me throughout life in all environments I'm in. But I learned also that for that, it really was just what is making you think right now that you should ask that person, or you've stated the goal. What is the next question that's going to move this person toward that
Mhm.
next goal?
Yeah.
So always keep that in mind. So that was clarity and sorry,
Yeah. Confidence, clarity, and skill was the other one. Yeah. That's
skill.
good.
Skill. I think really again, I might almost have to say it's questioning for all three. Um, because it's helped me in so many other areas. For instance, even with my own kids over the last few months, um, when something pops up, is being inquisitive instead of being what's the word I want to say? Being inquisitive instead of being
You're,
showing
yeah.
emotion that may drive them a certain way, right? It's keeping that coach demeanor
Mhm.
and asking the question to elicit their response, no matter what it is. Um, and if I can give an example.
Yes, absolutely.
So one day I'm not even gonna say what. So one of my kids comes home, and because they're as of this year they're all driving now. As of the last couple months they're all driving now, and the comment was made. So I kind of scraped the front end of the car. And again, not saying I'm not gonna flip off the handle. To me, a car is a car. But to keep again, and I didn't even realize what I was doing. It was like more of I needed to know the facts of what was going on versus just flipping out because oh now there's a scrape on the front of the car, right?
Mhm.
Do I care? I need you to be careful and be aware of surroundings, but at the same
Yeah.
time is how can I use this situation not to blow them off so they're scared to tell me anything in the future? How can I get all the information I need if I need to say something or do something or follow up with something
Yeah.
without putting the emotional attachment to it? Um, and that has been a skill
Mhm.
that again has honestly developed from that. And
Yeah.
it was more of a, I don't know what they were expecting, but I did kind of see the body language kind of relax. Like they knew they needed to tell me, they didn't want to tell me, and didn't know how I was going to respond. And again, that's something minor
Yeah.
in the world, but it's one of those things where I just think the skill is there now. And
Yeah.
we think about the clarity of what I was trying to do in the moment, it just was like a switch that flipped on without even thinking
Mhm.
about it.
Yeah.
I did process it afterwards though. So,
And you double check the car.
yeah, I mean, it is what it
Yeah.
is. I mean,
Yeah.
again, I'm not stressed out about it, but I know that other situations like that or other individuals may not have responded the same way.
Mhm.
But again, then that's when you get people who try to hide stuff from you or people
Right.
try to do stuff from you because of the way you respond.
Yeah.
So having that mentality of I just need the information, I'm going to ask the
Mhm.
questions.
Yeah.
And pretty much a lot of the things I do, 90%, 95% of the things I do now is really asking better questions. 'Cause I
Yeah.
was always inquisitive, asking better questions. Let me
Mhm.
be specific.
Yeah.
Help me get in that right mindset and to move forward. And again, that's applicable in any part of life.
Yeah.
At
And-
work, same type of situation. People ask something or you get upset about something, do something. I'm asking questions to learn about the situation, not get
Yeah.
frustrated with the situation or move
Yeah.
on. And just try to apply it in what I do.
Yeah. Yeah. You're holding back judgment. You just, okay, I always want to know, here's the information that I need to know. And then based on that, you know how to move forward.
Yeah.
So, so coaching has empowered you with your family, in your
Hmm.
marriage, professionally. What about your business? How do you think it's empowered you in your consulting business?
So that's been the thought process this week. As I said, the last few peer coaching sessions I had to wrap up were around basically what am I going to do with all this, right?
Hmm.
I had ideas swarming around my head, but I hadn't really laid them all out, which is a lot of things in my life right now. Um, but the peer coaching has helped me really kind of see that, okay, so the consulting that we do in using the psychometric assessments, how I can similar to say take this 45 to 60 pages of just data.
Hmm.
And before it was, we did a debrief. We kind of gave them a worksheet to plan out, okay, what do they believe the next step is going to be? But then that was kind of it, right? We weren't trained, we weren't certified to go deeper with that.
Hmm.
And sometimes it was more like, just tell me what I should do. And again, that's not what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
So now I'm in a place where I see ultimately what this could be and how I can alter and pretty much make a system
Hmm.
of we're going to take this and find out what it is in your life. What was it again? What was the root cause that you came to us in the first place? Is it communication overall? Is it your job overall? Is it making a decision about your next step with what school you're going? Are you going to school or not? Like whatever that is, and put together a package of coaching that coincides with this to start with. It can grow from there,
Sure.
but I did not. So one thing I got to be honest with, I did not see myself as putting myself out there say, "Hey, I'm a life coach. I'm a certified this coach.
Yeah.
Come be my client." Like I didn't see that for me.
Hmm.
So again, I think that's fair to say, even if you're considering this, you don't have to do this pathway or start this pathway thinking I'm going to go out and I'm going to start a coaching business and I'm going to do that. Like some people, that's maybe what they
Yeah.
want to do.
That's
I
right.
didn't see that. I didn't see it as my path, but now I'm more clear of, okay, how can I take these skills, apply it with the skill I already have, and make that marriage and
Yeah.
make and move forward with it.
Yeah.
And I've talked to my business partner about this already. We're on the same page. In fact, he's supposed to be starting his certification for coaching probably in the next 5 to 6 months.
Hmm.
And then so we'll be able to package this and kind of make it I'm saying bundle deal, but I want to make it seem like it's just for sale. But
Yeah.
how to help people further after the data, now what?
Yeah. Yeah.
How
Because you're
can we
you're
how can
helping
we
them
be
outcomes. Yeah.
yeah, how can we be a bigger impact after we do this? It's not just, well, here's your
Yeah.
stuff, here's what you say you're gonna do. Go forth and I hope you do well.
Yeah.
Like put some real practice behind and support behind people.
Yeah. And I like that because at the end of the day, you don't simply want to give them data, but you want to help walk them through the data
Right.
and for them to really maximize what this data means and how they can use it to help them professionally, personally. So I really like that.
And everybody, and even though the data that comes
Yeah.
back, the data overall is the same. Everybody scores differently based on
Yeah.
their personality, based on their answers. But what does this mean? How do I apply it in my life?
Yeah.
Again, I can tell them that before I could tell you what I thought. Now
Mhm.
I can coach you through what do you believe? What is the goal you want to do? Again, go
Right.
back to that goal. Set a goal and
Yeah.
like, okay, now how can you use the data to walk you toward that goal?
Okay. So you said the program has given you greater clarity, greater confidence. It's helped
Mhm.
you to empower others better, even those in your family. Was there anything about the coach certification process that surprised you in a positive way?
That's a good question. And I have to go back to the answer I gave for another question is that the diversity of people that were in the cohort. Um, I didn't know at first when we first started, I didn't know who was going to be joining, what was going to be. Is this all going to be business professionals looking to go start their coaching business and blah blah blah, just do it that way? And I knew kind of knew from the beginning that wasn't what I wanted to do,
Mm-hmm.
even though I knew that I wanted the skills. So I think the biggest problem again, the walk of life everybody came from and how they were going to apply everything was again just reaffirming that yes, these are just best practices, if you will, that if you gain these skills, my words, you can help people.
Yeah.
you can help people no matter what you want to do with it, it's about helping somebody else.
Yeah.
And everybody had that mentality. No matter what they wanted to do with it, it was about helping other
Mhm.
individuals. That
Yeah.
was the biggest surprise. Because again, sometimes I guess in the business world, just talking to people over the years, like coming out of COVID, coming out of some of that whole COVID time, a lot of people were doing like their independent businesses, and everybody was becoming a coach, a life coach this, life coach that, and I was kind of weary of some people when they said when you have background with certain individuals, and all of a sudden they say you're a life coach, you're like, I think my life is okay. I don't want you giving me coaching on life because I know your background, right? And I hope nobody would do that same thing with me based on
Yeah.
the life I live. But at the same time, it's like it wasn't a fad. This was
Mhm.
something that everybody could use at some point in some junction in their
Yeah.
life.
Yeah. Yeah. And as we talked in the program, even if your background hasn't been helping people in the capacity of a consultant or some other type of business coach, you can learn the skills, as you said already. You can learn the skills, you can follow the principles, and you can become a really, really good coach. So
Yeah.
go ahead. Go ahead,
One of the
Vijay.
things that came back to me is we had several parents in the group, and I've heard, and during individual peer coaching, I've heard individuals say, yes, this is a good skill to have as a parent. And again, I gave the situation a few minutes ago
Mhm.
about the car and everything, all that. But again, when I think about it, no matter what your role is, it's a skill set um, to help. I don't know how to say it besides to help people and help you get through situation. So it's a skill set that you can apply to any part of your life at any point in time that will just be beneficial to all that comes in contact with you or through the process.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So,
So now that you become an Imagine certified professional coach, meaning you can coach anybody, right? You've
mm.
got your life coach certification, you're going to work on the executive coach certification. And here's a coaching question for you. With those things in mind, what do you believe is possible now?
I hate to sound cliche, but the sky is the limit. Um, because no matter again, I have I go back to the clarity, and I forget the third one again.
Confidence, the
Confidence.
confidence.
The
Yeah,
confidence, the clarity, and the skill. With those three intact, it's almost like come at me whatever you got. It doesn't matter.
yeah,
And even if it's get a situation where I feel like as a person, um, a situation arises and I have to solve something, like no, like why can't I ask myself the same coaching questions? Why can't I apply it to
yeah,
myself? I don't have to have another person asking me the questions. I have it, so I'm like, whatever it is, bring it on. If that is in my personal life, is it work life, family life, whatever,
yeah,
I'm not stressing over it.
yeah.
Again, it's tools that are at your disposal at any given time, which
Okay,
is the beauty of it. It's not like I only can do this when I'm going to coach somebody on a psychometric assessment. I can only use this when somebody schedules a time to meet with me. No, if somebody comes to me with a life problem, before I would say I would always give suggestions of what I thought, whatever. Now it's like I don't want to do that all the time. Sometimes, depending on the person and situation, it may be
sure.
something good advice. But I think I'm equipped now to say, hey, do you want me to give you advice or do you want me to coach you through the situation? And again, that's at not a for a fee. This is really to help you. Is this a growth moment or is this a I need the answer, I need to move forward and I'm stuck. I need this. I want your insight. Or
Yeah.
is this a personal growth moment?
Hmm.
And then I can decide that, the person can decide that, we know how to move on from there.
Yeah.
Having those three things intact right there, like whatever, bring it on.
Yeah. Yeah. There's the confidence, the clarity, and the skill.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. So here's a deeper question. Who have you become now that you're a certified coach?
That's a deep question. Um, who have I become? A better listener. Um, always a systems person, and one of the other things that I've learned about myself is sometimes I get caught up in the system versus the process, right? The process to get to the system. Um, so a lot of times I go into immediate problem solving mode to figure out the system
Yeah.
is going to figure out the problem, right?
Yeah.
So
Let's dissect it.
I don't know why my brain does it. That's just the
Yeah.
way I've been wired. I know this about myself. I try to fight it, but it just comes out of me naturally. So who have I become? All that to say, I think I've become somebody who is more aware of self, and is more in tune with assisting other people help get that self-awareness.
Okay.
Um, I recognize it now. I think it's easier to make a quick pivot
Hmm.
about the conversation or what I want to do or what I'm
Yeah.
thinking, and not get caught up in the system of how to do stuff, or but just be in the moment of what is the question and the thought process that needs to go into this
Yeah.
to walk through life with people.
Yeah. That's good. And how does that make you feel?
I was good. I'm not the big emotional person that you're not gonna see it. Like I'm sitting here smiling doing stuff, but like that's probably rare as well. Um, but at the same time, I mean, it feels good. Like again, I truly believe my purpose here on this earth is to serve,
Yeah.
and that's in many different capacities. So when I can serve and find new ways that be to be effective in that servanthood, like that's when my cup is filled.
Yeah.
That's when I feel I'm doing my best. That's when it's not work. It's helping people, and you feel good about it. So why
Yeah.
not? Bring it on. Give me some more.
Yeah. That's good. So the last few questions, BJ, these questions have to do more with the person who's considering becoming a certified coach, whether it's an executive coach, a life coach, a marriage coach. If someone's on the fence, so to speak, about whether they should become a certified coach, what would you tell them?
I think the go into if you're considering it, go back to the why now, right?
Mhm.
Why is this coming to mind now? And I go back to the message I said earlier is don't get caught up on the goal you think you're gonna do later on in life. Like, how can I apply the skill in everything I'm gonna come across in life? Not just to do this for certification to go put a website up and go count's the wrong word. Don't say that. To coach people in the future to go make money. It's not that may be a driving force, but how can you use the skill to approach life in a different way?
Mhm.
Don't get caught up in well, is it worth the time? It came to you for a reason. My opinion, like God put stuff in front of you for a reason. We just accept or reject different things. And that can
Yeah.
on any given day, that could be the meal in front of you, that could be this like coaching opportunity, that could be a relationship, right?
Yeah.
You have a choice with everything. But if it came to you and there's a decision to make, there's a why behind it. So get get in touch with that why and move forward with learning the skill of coaching, not the business of coaching.
Mhm. And I like that because the focus is on the skill that you can learn to better serve others, which is the theme really in your entire journey. I'm learning new skills so that I can better serve others and empower them.
And even if, and I'll make the caveat, even if you know this is a business you want to do, the skill is applicable across the board. It's not just have to be when you have a client who's paying you to sit there across the screen or across the table from you. The skill is what's gonna move you to do bigger and better things in life.
Yeah.
It's not the business of it. So it's the skill, acquiring the skill set,
Mhm.
in my opinion, is what should be the driver
Yeah.
behind it.
So here's the last question. With everything you see in the marketplace, in your job, in your consulting business, what would you say is the driver for someone considering starting this program? What should they really consider to start this program now rather than wait another 6 months or another year?
So one thing is I do believe this program specifically um, is different from the other ones I've seen. I've seen stuff directly from the ICF. I've seen stuff out there from other life coaches and things that are doing stuff. I've looked into things in the past. Again, I never pulled the trigger on it just
Mhm.
because it wasn't at the time. But I think this program, once we got the information about how it was run and operated, it just felt different. There was a sense of I'm going to support you from you. I'm going to support, and again, me meaning me individually, but the cohort as well.
Mhm.
But again, the process we go through is to build your skills. And that's what I'm in tune with that thing because a lot of things are take this class and you'll be able to do X, Y, and Z.
Right.
Like I'm not trying to be sold on all that stuff. Like if
Mhm.
I don't feel it or feel a connection with whoever's leading it or the message there or the mission is behind it,
Yeah.
then it's not for me. So I think the Imagine coaching process, the certification program, is different. And again, I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible in saying that
Mhm.
because I've had other people go through coaching programs and it literally was just learn the class, take the test, watch the video, respond, and that's it. I feel that my experience so far, without having all the details
Mhm.
from their being a part of their cohort or their experiences, that they did it literally was almost like a university class. You come to class, you get the information, you get to take it for a test. Yeah, you pass. That's not the feeling I had through this at all.
And that's really helpful because the goal is to provide each student with an experiential learning experience. That's the goal. So you're not just studying, you're not just watching videos. Sure, that's a part of it, but the goal is to immerse you in the process so that you develop those skills. So by
Yes.
the time you're finished, going back to what you said earlier, you have more clarity, you have more
Hmm.
confidence, and you learn the skills. So now you know exactly what coaching is, what it is not, and in any conversation, and I love what you said earlier, BJ, in any conversation, you can turn that into a coaching session if that's what the person is looking for and if
Hmm.
that's what's going to best serve them. But just want to say thank you again. I loved having you and the wife on the journey, and we had a lot of laughs, a lot of good times. But in the end, I think we are better professionally and relationally and even spiritually with the
Definitely.
cohort and the people that connected with us. So I just wanted to say thank you for investing in yourself, and I look forward to new things.
I'm thankful for the opportunity that this program offered to me and again my wife, but also the cohort as a whole. And I think that everybody I've talked to is just seeing how this is playing has gonna play out in life afterwards. So I think everybody's on like, so what's next? What's next? And everybody's eager to support each other. So
Yeah,
that's the big part about it too.
that's excellent. All right, BJ, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.